friends, it is finally here, my California travel and writing vlog as I film this intro in Oaxaca. Stay tuned for that next time. Apologies for the wait. As it turns out, this is not actually the easiest content to put together, this combination of vlogging, travel, and writing. For this one, I wound up totally pantsing it, and if you know anything about me from this channel, you will know that I am generally a plantser. That being said, I think there's still some inspiration and some fun to be found here, so I hope you enjoy. To give a quick bit of setup for this trip, it is not entirely part of my announced year of travel, as it did take place in 2003, and I was there for 10 days and then went right back to Montreal for the holidays. For this trip, I had been invited to a work Christmas party, so I decided to arrive a week early and meet up with my friend, fellow author, tuber, and podcast partner, Jenna Streety. We had an amazing time together, and it was great to finally meet her face to face, along with her now husband, Stephen. If you'd like to see a bit more about our meeting, definitely check out our podcast, The Writing Craft, for our in-person episodes together, and you'll get to see some stuff about ghost hunting. Now, without further ado, California. Our narrative unfolds beneath the vast Californian sky on the expansive deck of the Queen Mary. This is a notoriously haunted vessel, so of course Jenna, Stephen, and I were very on board with the idea of visiting. Amidst the rhythmic creaks and groans from the ship's time-worn planks, our gazes wound up fixed on a very creepy little weathered doll, a silent observer embodying the ship's untold tales. Venturing further, we peered into the communications quarters. Here we imagined history crackling in the air, a subtle melody of bygone days when the ship was a vital hub, connecting dreams and desires across the vast expanse of the Atlantic. In the dance of electrons, messages crossed the ocean, an intricate fouette beneath the canvas of the starlit sky. Our trip took quite a dark turn, as expected, as we descended into the basement, a sanctum of frozen moments immortalized there in portraits. Faces tell tales, a mosaic of lives interwoven with the very fabric of the ship. In this gallery of memories, the ship transforms into a living canvas, each stroke of paint concealing stories of love and loss, of hopes set against the backdrop of the sea. Descending further, an unspoken weight enveloped us. Jenna felt an inexplicable backache. Our breath was heavy. The ship exhales, a ghostly sigh, the past seeping into our present. In the room adorned with occult artifacts, the Ouija board beckons, a portal to realms where whispers stitch themselves across the tapestries of time. While we did reach infamous B340, a room playing host to spirits of the past, we stared on in reverence, half hoping, half fearing the sight of one of its inhabitants. But nothing made itself known. Here, the air is thick with the residue of tales, voices of forgotten crew echoing through the corridor. As we ascend to the surface, the sea breeze carries with it the stories we've unearthed. The Queen Mary beckons us to sail into the realms of imagination and discovery. Each creak of the ship's time-worn planks echoes the footsteps of those who came before, inviting us to write our own chapter in the ongoing saga of this maritime marvel. Now, who among you recognizes this iconic location? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we drove to another macabre location, though this one a little bit more arguably in your face than the last. The Museum of Death is located in Los Angeles as well as New Orleans, and in both locations you cannot take any photos. So unfortunately, this is all I will be able to show you of the location. However, I will let you know that it is well worth the price of admission. Just don't go in if you have a sensitive stomach or soul. If the macabre is not for you, perhaps this is. Nestled amidst the landscapes of Chino Hills, the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir stands as a marvel of architectural grandeur and spiritual resonance. As a traveler seeking to capture the essence of diverse cultures and sacred spaces, my visit to this amazing temple was a journey of discovery and appreciation. The mandir's architectural splendor is a testament to the timeless craftsmanship and dedication of its creators. Each intricately carved facade tells a story of devotion. The mandir's sacred sanctuaries, adorned with delicate motifs and elaborate sculptures, invite visitors to immerse themselves in a world of beauty and tranquility. While the mandir is rooted in Hindu tradition, its doors are open to visitors of all faiths, symbolizing a spirit of inclusivity and global harmony. As I walked through its sacred halls, I felt a sense of unity and connection with people from varying backgrounds, united in their reverence for the sacred and the divine. Surrounded by vibrant greenery, the mandir's tranquil gardens offer a respite from the hustle and bustle of daily life, which is strange to say considering this is located off a very busy highway. As I wandered through the verdant paths, I couldn't help but marvel at the beauty of the natural world that had been cultivated here. My experience at the mandir was a profound reminder of the beauty and richness of our world's cultural tapestry. As I continue my journeys, I carry with me the lessons and insights gained from this sacred space, grateful for the opportunity to explore and appreciate the diversity of human expression and spiritual devotion. Now is a good moment, I think, for a little yoga interlude. This is not normally the type of thing I would want to show on my YouTube channel because I'm self-conscious not just of my body, but of my yoga practice as well. I used to practice fairly regularly, but I'd been away from it for quite a while with my busy schedule, so this is something I'm working very hard on getting back into through my travels in the next year, as my plan is for a lot of personal and creative growth, and this is a part of my personal growth that I just decided I would share here. Hopefully it will get better as the year goes on. And, by the way, I do not practice this quickly. This is majorly sped up. California was a wonderful location to practice outside, which was a welcome reprieve from being indoors back in Canada, which was very cold at the time as well. So this was quite the difference, and I only wish that I could continue practicing in this type of space every day. In terms of personal and creative growth, I am working on reading more this year. That is a constant project of mine. And in California, I had the absolute luxurious opportunity to read a little bit in the hot tub every day, which was such a perfect interlude I'm not someone who does a lot of reading during the workday. I try to set aside time in the evening, and just for anyone out there who's trying to get more reading into your day-to-day life, I would recommend aiming for little bits of time throughout the day. It should be a welcome reprieve, not a project or something you feel bad about doing. In my Airbnb, it was in this little community, hence why I had access to the community center and pool and stuff. But it was just this calm, quiet little area, and I really did do my best to take advantage of that setting and enjoy the space indoors as well as outdoors. But I'm sure you would like to hear a little more about my writing, as this is not a vlog channel, this is a writing channel. Through my time in California, I finished the next edit of Sinterra, which was my goal to get done. I had done the read-through of it, like the very basic edit through NaNoWriMo, but once I was in California, I needed to try and fix a bunch of plot holes. So I got all of that sorted out. I didn't start any of the actual writing part of it yet, but I got many pages of notes complete about where Sinterra is going to go, how to fix all the problems that I found in it during NaNoWriMo, and I set myself up for a good next step, and hopefully will be well on my way to finishing the final draft before it goes off to my editor, aka my mother, within a couple of months, I hope. At this point in my travels, I relocated from the Anaheim area to the Irvine area, where I was staying for my work Christmas party, and I got to experience another beautiful pool. This one was actually warm this time. While California was very warm compared to Montreal, it was not really warm enough to swim without the warm pool, so that was really great to find out, because I had not swum in literal years, and the hotel had an incredible rooftop. I'm so thankful for my company. This is not the kind of place I would normally be able to stay while traveling, so I always try to really enjoy and appreciate that when I get the opportunity. So as we watch my little time lapse of the sun rising, I thought in the interest of writing education, I would share a little bit about some of the plot holes I was working on during this trip, because I am very obsessive about the plot, and it always surprises me how many plot holes show up. So I like to let people know that that is a thing. It doesn't matter how fastidious you are, you're probably gonna get plot holes. And here we see me actually working on them. So I have without giving spoilers away, a large plot point where there's kind of a conspiracy, and I did not keep track remotely of who knew the truth about this conspiracy and who did not. So that's a pretty big thread, where I would have people coming in and sort of knowing about something and some not knowing about it, and in some cases it made absolutely no sense that the person would or would not know what was going on. Vague booking, right? So I guess the takeaway that I would like to share with this is simply that it's not going to be perfect. You must edit, because that was a very big thread that I am now having to pick through the entire book, because some edits, some little plot holes you get, they're going to be just little things that you can fix, like little paragraphs. Another one that I had that was a little one was simply that I had assigned someone a special horse who didn't respond to anyone other than them, or very few people, and then later on during battle I had her just hand this horse off to someone else. So I had to fix the wording in that. And for me, the decision was, is this horse going to be handed off? Am I going to cancel that and then I have to rewrite where she has the horse and her companion does not? Or am I going to make it a situation where he could be handed off? And I wound up opting for the second one because I had so many other large points that I had to go back and rethread, as it were, that with that one I thought, no, I'm just gonna fix it so that it's a situation where he is, yes, still a special horse, so I can keep that earlier line, which is kind of cool and has a, kind of a Shadowfax reference if you like Tolkien, and I wanted to keep that, but I did make it so that the horse understood in the heat of battle that he was needed to go and help other people in need. And that's just a couple different types of plot fixes you might find yourself needing to do, large ones, small ones. I would say that there's no one in the world, no author who writes a first draft perfectly. So if you don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. And here we begin to wrap up my lengthy California vlog. I hope that it's been enjoyable, relaxing, helpful, maybe a little bit inspiring. I said at the beginning of this that I really have no idea what I'm doing here. This is the beginning of a new series. And I would say this wasn't specifically what I had in mind. I would like to incorporate more creative elements, more storytelling, more poetry, things like that. Similar to what I did with the Queen Mary at the beginning of the video, but this was a test run, and this was also a very social trip. Whereas many of my future trips will not be quite so social. There will be more time for meditation, for writing, for reflection. So look forward to a bit more of that in the year ahead with my other travels. While I will be meeting up with Stygian authors and some friends who are also abroad, it will not be the focus of my trips as it was with Winnipeg as well as California, where I was very much there to see people and socialize and go to events. But I think I still got some beautiful footage, and this is one of my favorite bits because as much as I fear flying, I also love it. I love looking out the window, and my favorite part has to be when you're going up and you break through those clouds and are really truly above the earth. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to watch my vlog and listen to me chat. If you are not yet subscribed, I hope that you'll give the channel a bit more of a chance and hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for waiting around for this video. I know it was a little bit of a wait, so your patience is much appreciated. If you have one more moment, I would love it if you would hit the like button and drop a comment down below. Say hi, comment on the video, whatever you feel like. It would be wonderful to hear from you. And last, but absolutely not least, I hope that you are having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.